श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः हरि ओम ओम अखंडानंद संबोधः वंदनात् यस्य जायते गोविंदं तमहं वंदे चिदानंदतनुं गुरुम्. So yesterday we were seeing the shloka which was dealing with the attachment for the things in the world, whether it is the woman or it is the for men, woman for woman, when you can take like that. Okay, we have already seen that. So why he is being attached to the house or to the objects? Why is he attached? Because he does not think about, he does not discriminate, he does not think properly about those objects. Oh, because of that, what happens? He is blinded. Blinded by what? The darkness of the Maya. He is completely blinded by the darkness of the Maya, and because of which he becomes deluded and loses his discriminative power. Okay, and how does this happen? How do you say it was like that? For that, he is giving an example. Avicharita ramaniyam sarvam udumbarafalopamam bhogyam ajnanam bhogyam natu tatjnanam yoshiti va padarthe. Avicharita ramaniyam sarvam udumbara phala upamam bhogyam ajnanam ubhogyam natu tatjnanam yoshiti va padarthe. Avicharita ramaniyam sarvam udumbara phala. Jesus. Sarvam bhogyam, whatever you see as object of experience, they are all avicharita ramaniyam. They are all objects which are avicharita ramaniyam. Ramaniyam means beautiful. Avicharita means, vichara means inquiry. Avicharita means non-inquiry. Because of not inquiring into the nature of the objects properly, they look beautiful. They are seen as beautiful. For this, I'll give an example. There is a story where this sadhu, this Swami, has a very beautiful photo of a lady. You have a photo of a lady? He says, yes. See this? Okay. Then they are layers of photos. So he says, okay, see this? How beautiful she is? Then he takes away the first photo. When he removes the first photo, what do you see? That lady is completely naked. Okay. You can take it as a boy, as a man or whatever. So it's completely naked. He says, what? You have a naked photo? Then he says, wait. I have another one. He removes that nakedness. And what you see? You see only, not another naked lady there. You see only bones, nerves, all those things which are inside this flesh. So once you remove this flesh, what you see is a common bone, marrow, and all those nerves. Nothing else. What is beautiful in a skeleton? How can you see a skeleton to be beautiful? Only if something is covering that skeleton, and that too, when it is something which is of your liking, you see it as beautiful. Otherwise, how will you see a skeleton to be beautiful? So he says, avicharita ramaniyam. Because of not inquiring into it properly, you are attracted to it. You see it to be an object of enjoyment. Like what you said, you are going to give an example. This is not example given here. Udumbara phala upamam. He is giving an example. Udumbara phala. Udumbara phala. It's a beautiful example. Udumbara, like Palasha, is a very sacred tree. Okay. This is a tree which is used for many things. Okay. Now, Udumbara, many things means Udumbara. What is Udumbara actually? Udumbara means fig tree, right? Fig tree, as a tree, it's a very soft tree. When you cut it, in the fresh fig tree will have some milk. That liquid thing is a milk oozing out of it. So what they do is they carve, when it is fresh, they carve images of gods, especially Vishnu. They make a image of Vishnu from Udumbara tree. Okay. See, there are different trees for which you can have different specific gods. Like you have this katta, they call it. I don't know what it is called in English. This tree, which is a very strong tree actually. Uh, they use this bark for making the drums, etc. Okay, so this tree they make chain, rings and things like that. Okay, many things, even chain and all they make it with that bark. Now what happens is they all use this tree also to make image of Shiva, etc. Similarly for this um, neem tree, also they carve it and they make a devi. So specific trees for specific deities, that is what you see in the shastra. Now though these trees are made, these forms are made, the deity forms are made, they are like, we are not even talking about Udumbra now, we are talking about the other trees. They are all kept like in Tanjavur, there is a temple called Punnainallur. There is a Mariamman, there is a deity goddess there. That tree is only for decoration. That tree image is only for decoration. They have another statue which they do abhishek, etc. Okay, so similarly in other places also you have. Now the these these statues, even if you make it with sandalwood, these statues are only for decoration purpose and not for abhisheka. Okay, because it's wood. But this udumbara, who do they do abhishek of? No. If they keep it outside, they cover it with something, some oil or some kind of special preparation. Or best what they do is they keep it immersed in water. If you keep it immersed in water, it will not wither, it will have the same strength, and it will not get spoiled also if you keep it immersed in water. That's the beauty of udumbra. You have this tree in this place called Kanchipuram. Every 40 years once, just recently they took it out. Once in 40 years they take him out and they have it for 1 month outside, and again they put him in jail. There is a box made of iron, not completely covered. Okay, and he'll be put inside and he'll be chained and tied in the bottom of the water tank they have inside the temple, right? Now here it's a jail. I'll come to that later, why I'm calling it a jail. Let us see that. So this udumbra, it's a very good tree. The fig fruit is accepted to be one of the healthiest food. Okay, now this fig tree, if you see, it's a very healthy food. It's a tree, it's a fruit which is nishiddha, which is prohibited by shastra. What? It's a very healthy food. Yes, I know it is prohibited by shastra. Why? Because you look at the fig fruit, it will be very beautiful. Nowadays they dry it, they jam it, they jam it, and then they press it, they soak it in sugar sometimes, and they make a garland out of it and they sell and all that. But the point is not that. The point is it looks so beautiful. When you peel the skin, the fruit is so sweet and it will look so nice even for looking. But when you cut it open into two, you will see flies coming out from inside the fruit. Every fruit you see will have flies. This insects inside. Naturally, every udumbra fruit will have. So externally, udumbra is a very beautiful fruit, very smelly fruit, very tasty fruit, very healthy fruit. But inside every fruit, it will be insect. If you are a person who does not eat non-vegetarian, will you be even interested in looking at that fruit? So that is what he says. Avicharita ramaniyam. Without inquiring, if you see that fruit, it will be very nice. But once you inquire, no, I don't want. Ajnanam. That is why he says Ajnanam upabhogyam tat. That is an object of experience. Even this udumbara, this is the fruit of udumbara, this fig fruit is an object of experience for whom? For an ignorant person who does not know what it is. But Tajnanam, for a person who knows about this, Yoshitiva padarthe natu tat. So whether it be a woman or it be other object, in those objects he will not have any idea of it as a upabhogya, as an object of experience, right? So that is why he says, no. Always there is an exception. Exceptions are not rule, right? So one exception somewhere. So if you have that idea, he is breaking that by giving you another example. Gate pito ye shushiram kuliraha hatum shashaktah muryate vimohad yatha tatha geha sukhanushaktaha vinashamayati naro bhramena gate apito ye shushiram kuliraha हातुम ही अशक्तः म्रियते विमोहात् यथा तथा गेह सुख अनुशक्तः विनाशमायाति नरो भ्रमेण. Beautiful this is. Yatha, example, which is commonly seen. Kuliraha means the crab. Vimohat, because of its delusion. Toye gate api. So see, the crab normally stays around the pond or things like that. Okay, a water body, generally a pond. In the pond, in the corner, you can see holes. That hole belongs to this crab. Normally, the crab stays there, and it comes out and eats this fish or whatever it gets close by. So this crab, even when the water is receding in the pond, it says no, nothing will happen. It will be all okay. It'll all be okay. So with this idea, shushiram hatum ashaktah. So it stays there. After a point, what happens? Sushiram, this hole in which it is. Sushiram means hole. The hole in which it exists, it stays. Hatum ashakya, ohat tyage, to give up. It doesn't have ashaktaha, shakti hinaha. It doesn't have the strength to give up this hole. And what happens? Let it stay there inside. What is the problem? Like you see, when you dig. When you remove a stone, underneath the stone, you can see this frog inside. Even inside the stone, you can sometimes see a frog alive, no issues. So let it stay inside. What is your problem? It can stay inside if it is alive. But what happens is, if without being able to escape, it dies there. At the right time, the point is, at the right time, you have to escape this. If you can't escape this at the right time, if you can't go to the teacher and understand this truth at the right time, what is the point of living actually? That is why he says, Tatha Naraha. Similarly, that's an example. The example of a crab. Now, similarly, Naraha, this human, Brahmena, because of his erroneous ideas, erroneous knowledge, Geha Sukha Anusaktaha, he becomes attached to the happiness of the house, the enjoyments of the house. And because of that, Vinashamayati, he gets destroyed. He undergoes destruction. What is there? There is no escape. No. How do you say? He gets destroyed by the family? See what happens. Earlier, what the Shastra says, you have to give up the family once your baby boy is born. Baby boy, not a baby girl, baby boy. Once you have a baby boy, you can give the family. But later, what happened, because of the situations changed? Because see, earlier what happened is it was a joint family. So your uncle or auntie or someone will take care of the son. Someone will be married and not having kids, and someone will be married and widow and all that. So someone or other, even if they have 10 kids, plus one kid is not a big deal. So that kind of the situation was there. So they will take care of those kids. Now, today's situation, you cannot leave the kids to even your wife. That is a bigger problem. So what happens is, you have to stay there. Now, when you stay there with the family, what happens? Oh, this my wife. Then you have a kid. My kid, I have to stay for my kid. So he's a small boy. Now he's going to school. He's a school going boy. Now he's a college going boy. Now he is just married. Okay, he's just got a job. Now he's just married. Now he just has one son. And the son is just going to school. The son is just going to college. The grandson is just going to college. And the grandson is just got married. And the grandson just got a baby boy. Not just your son, grandson. And the story continues to your great grandson. Bigger problem. There is no point at which you can escape. You don't want to escape. That is the problem. See, Even people who escape this situation, they run out of the house at a very young age and they come to this place, and then they start this new idea of having roaming around these divine places, these holy places. Okay, they go from one place to other place to other place, another place, and when they stop going around, when their body does not accompany them. Yes, after a point, your body will say, no, I can't go with you anymore, just stay here. Now at that point, you probably are a diabetic, or you have sugar and this, that, and all the problems. And when you sit, because you are used to traveling, your mind is always around, roaming around. It doesn't stay in one place. You don't have that focus. You can lie to yourself that you have focus, but nothing. You don't have that focus. So what happens is, then another problem, because of the old age, the natural problems, you have this pain here, that pain there, that problem, this problem here. Everywhere there is one problem or another which will stop you from focusing. So he says, another example for this, koshakara krimi riva. Koshakara krimi, kosha krimi. The next example is regarding kosha krimi. Kosha krimi stantu virratmadeham aveshticha guptimichan swayam nirgantum ashakta evasan tadastadante mriyate cha lagnaha. Beautiful example this is, sir. He's compiling it with another shloka, example and exemplified. First we'll say example. Yatha kosha krimi. Kosha krimi means koshakara krimi is kosha krimi. Kosha krimi or koshakara krimi is your silkworm. What happens is, a silkworm first starts to protect itself from the external things. So what it does, kupti michan, to protect itself, atmadev, its own body, what it does is tantubihi, with its own string which it produces, the silk string, it starts covering it. Aveshticha, it starts covering itself completely. Okay, now when it starts completely covering itself, there is, from head to tail, there to toe, there is nothing visible. It is completely protected from the external problems. Now what happens? It cannot escape from it itself. Swayam nirgantum ashaktaha san eva. And because of not capable of escaping from its own prison which it constructed itself, tataha tad lagnaha ante muryate. And being stuck there, what happens is, lagnaha means stuck. It's stuck inside that ante, at the end, muryate, tad, it dies. That is the problem. What you do is, after a period of time, so these fellows who collect the silkworm, they take it, they put it in water, they kill it and remove the silk strings and make cloth. These are all things in Shastra which is sometimes little contradictory, but you have to understand it is said in Shastra, therefore there is a reason. You don't have to get into scientific or logical reason. Why am I saying this is, see, this silver, silkworm, after killing the silkworm, only if you kill the silkworm can you get the string. Otherwise, no, you cannot get a string of silk without killing the silkworm. If it breaks it open and it comes out of that silkworm, then you will not get that string. So you have to kill it before it breaks it. So you are killing the silkworm to get this silk. You are killing some animal or some insect to get your silk. This silk is accepted to be a very pure object in the puja. You don't have to even wash it. That's what they say. Silk is such a pure thing. You can use it for puja, silk. Then there is no inauspiciousness, etc., with respect to silk. Okay. Then you have this conch. Conch also, there is a living being inside which you have to kill for having this conch. Conch also is one of the purest thing which you can use in puja, though it's a backbone of some living being. Okay. Similarly, honey. What is honey basically? Honey is the uchishta, the saliva mixed part of some bee. How does the honey bee collect the honey? It takes it in its mouth and puts it in some place. Now, this thing which is associated with saliva, directly or indirectly, they are all called as uchishta. in Shastra, right? So this is what we take and we offer it to God also as prasada. It's a pure thing. So some things which you see in this way, they are all accepted to be pure, but the reasons are not known for us. This is how it is said. Now coming to this point, this poor fellow, silkworm, it tries to protect itself from the enemies. Finally, it is so well protected that it is killed because of that very protection. Tatha, similarly, yatha, us, similarly, tatha, grahastha, this family man. What happens? Putra, Galatra, Mitra, Sneha, Anubandaihi. Anubandaihi, because of being bound by the Sneha, the love. He is bound by love. Love of whom? Grahastha, this family man, is bound by the love for Putra, the son, daughter also. Just because it is said Putra, it is need not be only Putra. It is some progeny is his child. So whether it's son or daughter, he becomes attached to them. And second, Kalatra, spouse, husband or wife. So he or she becomes attached to them. And Mitra, the friends. If it is your own house, it is not just that. It is not limited to your own house. You are also associated, attached to your friends. Some people can't leave their friends. They are attached to them, and that binds them to the place where they stay. They can't leave them. How can I leave my son or daughter? How can I leave my husband or wife? How can I leave my friends? You are bound. You cannot leave. And because of that, Gratita, he is completely tied down. Sneha Anubandhe, because of this bondage, he is completely tied down. And because of being tied down by this bondage, what happens? Kadapi va tan parimuchya gehat gantum ashaktaha. He does not have the capability at any point to give up this parimuchya, to give up completely this tan, these things. And gehat gantum nashaktaha. He is incapable of leaving the house and go away. He becomes incapable of leaving the house and go away because of this attachment. And finally, what happens to that? Because of this attachment, he becomes completely bound by this and he is not able to give up them. And because of that, what happens? Mudhaiva mriyate. Useless. Mudha means uselessly. Uselessly. Mudha eva. Uselessly mriyate. He dies. Uselessly mriyate means he does not do anything fruitful for his own self. There is nothing which he does for his self. Therefore, he dies at the end. He cannot escape. He does not reach the Guru. He does not gain the knowledge. And therefore, he dies without even understanding why he is born. He dies with a suspense. That is how you can put it. So, without even understanding, he has entered this in this context. He dies. Biggest problem this is. So we at least had this opportunity to come to this. Let us try to understand the Shastra. We'll see it. Om Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti.